Hey guys, and lady guys, my name is Broken Record, and please leave a like and subscribe. Please subscribe so you don't miss any upload. Thank you very much. Now enjoy the video. Try me, I can take it. 44. Whoa, you must have been something before electricity. Try me, I can take it. Yet, the men never call back. The photo makes it seem like both 44 and female are a lie. Eyebrows and bank account are both overdrawn. Generic Russian nanny with thick accent. Usually, people put their actual age, not their birth year, but dementia's a bitch. So there is a gestation period for the T-virus by where you can post on Reddit in the interim. Nice. Your teeth are turning grey with your hair. People tell you your eyes are dark and captivating. What they mean is you've got a pair of black holes in your face from which no light can escape. Father Time is undefeated. You look like you run a boarding home and have poisoned about a dozen people. They're buried in the backyard. Life has done its job. She's still wearing her wedding ring, even though her husband hasn't came back from getting milk 20 years ago. 44 Neptune years. That's one twisted AI that generated that face. Just broke up, be creative. Ex realized he's not gay. Hey Harry Cooter and the Sorcerer's Bone, no reply on a Tinder swipe isn't a breakup. Be creative says the most generic looking sim character. I can smell your fermented tofu vibes and your annoying vegan hairy armpits from here. Did he dump you because of that stupid thing you always do with your mouth in every picture? Saudi Arabia's Highway 85 has more curves than you do. Wow. Dumped by an imaginary person. That's tough. Oh sweetheart, you're 19. That's young. You'll have hundreds of chances to get dumped in the future. My advice is to settle into getting used to it without the need to get roasted on Reddit. Does your dad troll Reddit and this is the only way you can talk to him? Sorry to hear Shaggy broke up with you, Thelma. Perhaps if you bake him some more Scooby snacks all will be well, and you can go back to being junkies riding around in the back of a van solving mysteries. You're the only girl who wears a wet white shirt and still keeps it PG. You couldn't even wait a moment after your breakup, desperate for male attention and seeking it out like it's your only purpose. Your kindergarten teacher letting you go is hardly a breakup, it's a contractual obligation when you're finally potty trained. I didn't know Harry Potter had a child with a Taliban member. Go for it. 95% mayonnaise. Well, this one's definitely not OF subscriber farming. I may never get hard again. You look like you would play the lead role in Misery 2. You could be a constipation commercial model. Chernobyl Molly Ringwald. Go easy on her, she suffers from OCD and OBCD. You tell everyone you've ever met what you used to look like in high school. Your pronouns are more/gravy. Have you considered not eating quite so much? Picture 3 is what goes on the dating sites, then picture 4 shows up to the date and you don't understand why it never works out. You need to be roasted, looking like boiled chicken with your pale ass. My parents think transitioning was a bad idea. What do you think? Trans 32. T32? Isn't that some type of battle tank? You got some balls doing this. Well, as a guy, I'm glad my gender is not associated with you anymore. You don't transition into mediocre streamer. You're born that way. What did you transition into? Transition is fine. However, I think your parents having sex 32 years ago was probably a bad idea. Always listen to your parents. I've heard that it's just a phase, and in 42% of the cases it'll all solve itself quickly. If you still live in their basement, you should follow their rules. 27 Trans F. Gnarly Quinn. I looked at you, and I fully understood what your father thinks. There's a fine line between a roast and animal cruelty. A roast here would blur that line a bit too much for me. You don't need to tell us you're trans. It's not like we're blind or something. You look like you modeled yourself after Magenta from Rocky Horror and your post is indeed a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm thinking the nails and the hair have the same level of attention. Priority is clearly on the hormone replacement therapy. You were brave enough to change gender, but not brave enough to change football teams? If the angry Costco shoppers at my work can't make me cry, I doubt any of you can. I slipped and fell, just by looking at this picture. Your face is greasier than the pizza you'll serve. It looks like you bought your forehead in bulk too. It's not that we can't make you cry, it's because the filler you had injected in those chipmunk cheeks has blocked your tear ducts. You don't need to baste yourself before this, it's not that kind of roast. Considering the amount of oil on your face, I'm surprised Shell hasn't set up a drilling platform on there already. A septum piercing isn't a personality and half the guys who think it's hot have venereal diseases. Jen from The Office, but lives in a garbage can and washes her face with French fry grease. The Botox just paralyzed your face. You're dead behind the eyes. Your eyebrows. Please stop. Girl, you look like the Tin Man. Even setting powder isn't going to make that baking grease you call your natural glow matte. You're the type of girl who I'd be so happy to make out with in the club, until I went to the bathroom and saw the amount of foundation I'm now wearing. I bet you love to play hard to get. Problem is you don't realize you're so hard to want. I deserve this. You look like a gym teacher that always makes sure the boys' locker room is out of towels. Just put on the carpenter outfit. The song lyrics are YMCA. Costco Freddie Mercury. He looks like a third Super Mario brother that didn't make the cut, which says a lot considering they have their own plumbing business. Gay cop 100%. Wondering if you are as caked up as your chin. Now that's a bad chin. My god. How do your new neighbors react when you tell them about the mandatory notification? You look like you're in a open marriage. She can f anyone, and you're open to watch. I'm sure those are your biological children. You look like a good dad that cheats on his wife. You look like if 24-hour fitness was a person. Highway patrol officer that tells young men to pull over at the nearest rest stop. Got punched. Can you hit harder? Starts every conversation. Now I'm not racist, but yeah, those Girl Scouts hit pretty hard once you try to take them out of the van. You look like the type that's always on Facebook bragging you have 180 days sober and never looking back. Best decision you ever made, but in reality it's court ordered. Ban margarine. A life of failure summarized in an appropriate facial expression. You literally have resting fail face. Doesn't surprise me. You have a very punchable looking face. You look like you smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day and then voted to make weed illegal. It's okay to grow up, man. Your gang are all on social security. How can one person have the same emotional expression in every photo? Give me your best roasts. I show autism. AI, draw me a picture of a socially acceptable black guy who looks urban, but not frightening to whites. Writing gets no women was redundant and unnecessary. We can see your face already. I skipped past it first, because I thought this was an online college ad. Shave off your eyebrows, and you could say you're the bastard son of Whoopi Goldberg. It's been a while. I don't like Dark Sheldon Cooper. Proof that tattoos don't automatically make you look tough. You look like you talk during movie previews. I really have to commend you for donating your body to the local preschool for art projects. You look like your name is Richard. Which episode did Sheldon join a biker gang again? I'm not sure the neck tattoos make the list of the top 10 worst decisions in your life. Thanks for watching, you grass-eating animals. See you soon. Bye and love you.